Good. You enjoyed your week?
Yeah, it's been an awesome week.
I feel like a robot asking you the same question every week.
I know.
But it's got to be done.
It's awesome.
You'd feel bad if I didn't ask you though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, what have you got for us this week?
Okay, so I thought we'd talk about obviously what's happened with Caroline Flack, because it's such a shame that we've lost another celebrity, you know, and I think even at church on Sunday the pastor mentioned that people that are in her position that seemingly have everything and anything, you know, they could have the car, the house, the relationship they even wanted.
Yes.
Why would that person feel so alone and burdensome? And what I mean by burdensome is the fact that they would see the world would be in a better place if they weren't in it. And I think it's really sad that she felt like that, because, you know, she, at times where she was positive, it was reported that she did say that in a nasty world, just to be kind, you know, so...
Yes.
It's sad that her voice was silenced and that so many negative things were said about her. And I think that was really devastating for her. And I'd say regarding suicide, I'd say there's a lot of people that feel that suicide is their only way to escape from suffering, and they don't believe that there's any actual alternative to suicide. So... there's so many different levels to how you feel inside before you take that road or make that choice to take your life, in different types of ways. You know, I know people, including myself, who have felt suicidal, and there was someone that I met a couple of times actually that lived in my block that had taken their life. You know, and we live in a world, Queen, where we're expected to just pick ourselves up when we're feeling low. That's so true.
You know, and like the lady said, Caroline Flack, in a nasty world, yes, be kind. Sometimes we can turn to someone.
Yeah.
And we can turn to someone who's having a bad week themselves, who have no time to listen to what somebody's saying because they're struggling themselves, and they're just putting it down to, like I said to you before, someone trying to gain attention.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very difficult one, because there are organisations like Samaritans out there.
There is.
But to try and tap into somebody's mind to know what they're feeling is it's virtually impossible. And sometimes, you know, you cannot see what someone's feeling inside because they mask it up so well.
Yeah, this is why sometimes when you do recognise those feelings that people are going through, like you might say that they feel guilty and they keep saying that they're guilty, or they've shame, or they've got self-hatred or worthlessness. I think seeing those actual situations happening in their lives and them actually being able to talk to you, I think the best thing you can do, or anyone can do in that situation, is be patient with that person, be non-judgmental, and obviously give them ways to overcome the problems that they're going through, and show them that there is another way out. I've been looking at a lady called Dr. Sarah Allen, and what she's done is she's basically created like simple steps in how to overcome anxiety and worrying. So there is actually a book that you can download for free. So anyone that's listening tonight can download her book, which is called Simple Steps to Overcome Anxiety and Worrying by Dr. Sarah Allen, and it's actually a free book.
Can you give them that again, please?
So that's a book called Simple Steps to Overcome Anxiety and Worrying by Dr. Sarah Allen.
And this is free?
It's free, so it takes away the anxiety of having to buy it, and it gives you different strategies of how to overcome those feelings.
Okay, so before we get stuck in, how important is this to you, getting this message out to the people that are listening right now?
I think it's important because it allows them to see that there is actually another way out, there is another option. It doesn't have to be that you are feeling worthless. You can actually, you know, learn to overcome those feelings. So yeah.
Over to you.
There's something else as well. So there was 5 steps that she also uses, which actually can help ground you, and this helps in any situation. So from the most stressed situation to just something that's like minor stress, like maybe even driving. So one thing she was saying was start using your senses more, like things you can see, feel, hear, touch and smell. So she said the first thing was 5 things. Name 5 things that you can see in the room. So you could actually do this with me now if you wanted. So think 5 things that you could see in the room. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I've got 5 things.
Okay, tell me some.
Okay. Well, I'm in the studio, so I've got speakers, a clock,
Yeah.
a keyboard,
Perfect.
a mouse, and my mobile phone.
Awesome. Okay, so you've already distracted your mind away from, say you were feeling stressed out, you've distracted your mind by the things you can see. Okay, so then we go on to 4 things you can feel. So it could be the silkiness of your skin, the texture of your jumper, the way your hair feels, or what's in front of you, like you said, the mouse or a table, or what can you feel?
Okay, so I can feel right now my pants on my thighs.
Yeah.
My feet are in my trainers.
Yeah.
My belly is resting on the desk, you know. And the reason why it's resting is because I've got a 42-year-old belly now. I'm aging.
Okay.
I can feel my hat and the headphones, you know, on my ears.
Awesome.
How's that?
So, again, you've took your mind away from the stress. Then we want to think about 3 things you can hear. So what I mean by this is sometimes when you're sitting in a room, you can't hear anything, literally, because you haven't quietened your thoughts down.
Or tuned in.
Yeah, exactly. So some of the things that you might hear are consistent noises, like you might hear the clock ticking, you might hear the boiler going on and off in the house, you might even hear a car door closing or traffic passing you by or the birds singing. So really tune your mind to listen to what you can actually hear. And I'd say just do 3 things that you can hear, and again, that takes the focus off the stress. She also said 3 things that you can smell. She said, hopefully nothing awful. So I'd say
Well, thankfully, the studio is a nice setting where I'm at. So, apart from my natural body smell,
yeah.
I guess the studio has its own smell, I guess. But nothing. My aftershave.
Yeah, so that's what I thought.
That's
so
the only 3 things I can't think of 5. I can think of 3.
Yeah, so this was only actually 2 things to actually think of smelling, so it's good that you thought of 3. And the last one is 1 thing that you can taste. So sometimes it could be that you just had a cup of coffee and you can still taste the coffee.
I've got bottled water right here.
Okay, sometimes it could also be that you bring yourself all the time, like your favourite chewing gum or a piece of chocolate, and you really do take the time to enjoy the flavours of that chocolate or that sweet or that chewing gum.
Does the taste of a kiss count?
I don't know if you can still taste it from when you left the house, yeah? That's good. Okay, and then just take a deep breath and just be grateful for being able to take that deep breath, and that is your 5 tips on how to be more grounded in everyday life, especially when we're in the stressful situation.
See, it's really important. Just those things are just so simple, and it's things that we take for granted. You know, we smell every day.
Yeah.
We have hearing every day, and there's people out there that are deaf, are what they call mute or dumb, or blind.
So their senses,
you know, and I'm classed as
in different ways.
Yeah, I'm an able-bodied person, and I do appreciate a lot of things, but there are some things that I do take for granted, but not my hearing, because I'm involved with music.
Yeah.
I can mix without headphones, and my hearing is so sensitive. You know, I can hear sometimes, like, I don't know if sometimes you turn your TV down, you're like, what's that noise? And you can hear that
like a little hum.
Yeah, like a siren, like a but it's really faint. I hear that quite loud.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because I can mix tracks or hear music before it even comes out of the speakers.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah,
That's
it's a nice skill to have still, but it can be annoying at times.
Okay.
Because you know when you're in a conversation, you know that someone's whispered or muttered under their breath.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I hear it, and
Yeah.
they tried to say that they didn't say anything, and I completely heard it. So
Yeah, I hear that as well.
it ends up being an argument because I tell them exactly what they say, and they lie to me, and I'm like, but I did hear what you said. Like, come on. You know what I mean? But back to what you was talking about with, you know, stress, being suicidal.
It's mainly about...
I'm not afraid to say that I've been there. You know, I've tried to take my life before, and there's people out there be like, oh, you muppet. And you know, in a way, I get why they say that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean, Queen? But you know, people go through things in life that have no control, and sometimes it can be a test. Now, I don't know what Caroline Flack's situation was, but her family and friends and her supporters are left to pick up the pieces and rebuild their lives and come to terms with losing someone that was so important and dearly loved in their life.
Yeah.
And this could have been prevented.
I know, she just needed someone to listen to her, didn't she?
Yeah, but sometimes it's not always just about listening. It's about having that extra help, the coaching,
and
to deal with something so horrific, whatever she's dealing with. That's, you know, controlling or suppressing her to feel the way she was feeling. Such a shame.
It's terrible.
But thank you, because what you said is important. Please give us that link again to the book.
So it was Steps to Overcome Anxiety and Worrying, and that was by Dr. Sarah Allen.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for
nice
having me. And up next is an artist called Kevin Gates, and it's with a track titled Drecker.
Thank you.
So enjoy.
Until next week. Bye.